Hello, excellent people. This is your Daily Excellence for April 21st, 2021. And today I want to talk about a couple of things. It's a little bit, we're going to do something a little bit different today. I was reading something recently and I want to read an excerpt from it because I thought that was a really cool lesson built into the thing I was reading. And honestly, I felt like it'd be better if I just read it as it was rather than trying to summarize it. So, brief background is this is from the book The Golden Compass, which is like a children's sort of fantasy book. I actually read this it must have been 20 years ago, maybe even more. And then recently, because I find fiction reading to be kind of cathartic, where I can kind of switch my brain off. Honestly, I picked this book back up just sort of on a whim, and really have been enjoying it. And so there's a scene here where the people are coming together to try to basically marshal some community support to go out there and do something about these folks who have been kidnapping children. Very brief background: we have a character named Lord Fa, and he is the king of this group of gypsies. And then there's a place called the Zal. It's Zaal, and it's just a place. So if you hear that word, don't think about it too much. It's just a place name. So I'm going to go ahead and dig right into the reading, and then depending on how long it takes me to read it, I'll unpack it a little bit as far as some of the stuff that I think is relevant. But this is sort of just like I said, we're looking at things that are excellent. Well, I think this has a really excellent lesson built into it, so I wanted to share it with you. So here we go. So another woman stood up. Lord Fa, we don't know what them gobblers might have been doing to our children. We all heard rumors and stories of fearful things. We hear about children with no heads, or about children cut in half and sewn together, or about things too awful to mention. I'm truly sorry to distress anyone, but we all heard this kind of thing, and I want to get it out in the open. Now, in case you find anything of that awful kind, Lord Fa, I hope you're going to take a powerful revenge. I hope you ain't going to let thoughts of mercy and gentleness hold your hand back from striking and striking hard, and delivering a mighty blow to the heart of that infernal wickedness. And I'm sure I speak for any mother as has lost a child to the gobblers. There was a loud murmur of agreement as she sat down. Heads were nodding all over the Zal. John Fa waited for silence and said, "Nothing will hold my hand, Margaret, save only judgment. If I stay my hand in the north, it will only be to strike the harder in the south. To strike a day too soon is as bad as striking 100 miles off. To be sure, there's a warm passion behind what you say, but if you give in to that passion, friends, you're a-doing what I always warned you against. You are placing the satisfaction of your own feelings above the work you have to do. Our work here is first rescue, then punishment. It ain't gratification for upset feelings. Our feelings don't matter. If we rescue the kids, but we can't punish the gobblers, we've done the main task. But if we aim to punish the gobblers first, and by doing so lose the chance of rescuing the kids, we've failed. Be assured of this, Margaret. When the time comes to punish, we shall strike such a blow as to make their hearts faint and fearful. We shall strike the strength out of them. We shall leave them ruined and wasted, broken and shattered, torn in 1,000 pieces and scattered to the four winds. Don't you worry that John Fa's heart is too soft to strike a blow when the time comes. And the time will come under judgment, not under passion." So that's our quick excerpt. I think that you get enough context from that. I really liked the contrast of passion and judgment. And I really like how this character is not condemning passion, but basically saying that passion has its place, right? Frankly, passion is what has motivated these people to come together. If you think about it, you're talking about a community coming together, raising money, raising arms, trying to go out there and save their kidnapped children, right? But they wouldn't be mobilizing in the first place if there wasn't a passion driving them to mobilize. And so I really like this notion of the two roles that passion and judgment play in this particular situation. We have passion that motivates, passion that inspires, passion that initiates action, but it's judgment that sees the action through, right? What he's saying is if we allow our passion to drive us once the action has begun, we will become distracted by whatever it is that our passion latches onto in the moment, because passion is very fleeting, as all of us know who have who feel passionately about a variety of things. You can easily begin feeling passionate about one thing, become distracted by something new and much more present, and lose sight of the thing that initiated your action in the first place. And so I really want to kind of emphasize this. I don't know that I want to dig too deep into it today, but I think that there's a really interesting dichotomy here that we can work with, like I said, initiatory passion and executing judgment. You begin with your passion, the passion drives you to act, your passion gets the ball rolling, and then judgment comes through the finish line. Judgment is what keeps you focused, keeps you disciplined, and makes sure that you make a smart, strategic decision rather than a sort of emotionally, what's the word I'm looking for here? So like if you make a decision in the moment and it creates that emotional catharsis and you get that short-term reward, like a euphoria or that sort of thing, where you feel like you've done something, but then you lost the long game, right? You didn't, you lost sight. Like in this instance, he says, if we strike too soon, basically, he says it'll be for nothing. So that's all I kind of got for today. I just wanted to present this. I hope you appreciate a little bit of change in pace and a little bit of variety here. Like I said, I saw this, I enjoyed the book, and I liked this scene. I'll do some homework and see if I can create something a bit more articulate as far as a way to systematize this notion of passion and judgment. And if you have any thoughts on this, or if you have any ideas on how to fit it in, maybe some examples of where passion is relevant versus judgment and vice versa, I would greatly appreciate if you share. Thank you for watching. Keep aiming at excellence.